Good afternoon, family, friends, and loved one of Lammers. Firstly, I just want to say thank you for being here today and to celebrate the life of my Opa. You'll have to let me just take a few deep breaths if I need to during this. As mentioned, I'm Caitlin, one of his grandchildren. On behalf of my family, I am honoured to share some of our memories of the man who left a mark on everyone he met, which is obviously very clear today when I'm standing here. My Opa had a huge heart, a great sense of humour, and a spirit that was hard to miss. Many of us know in this room he was just a little bit loud, and a spirit that was a little bit hard to miss, and to be honest, he was a little bit stubborn as well. If Opa had an opinion on something, you would probably know about it. Whether it was the right way to drive, which usually involved the longest scenic route possible, or his unwavering Dutch pride, he usually didn't budge easily. But his stubbornness was part of his charm, and to be honest, all came from a place of loyalty and strength. If he believed in something, he gave it everything he had. There was no halfway with Opa. That stubborn streak made him the absolute perfect fit for the Navy, where he served with pride and dedication. He loves telling us stories from those days where he would sit my brother Gavin and I down after school, and you could bet they were always told with a familiar twinkle in his eye. Opa never stopped giving back, and that was something that I always admired in him, which was his willingness to give back to others. My Opa spent over a decade volunteering for the PCYC for breaking the cycle, teaching young people to drive with all the patience he could muster. He volunteered over 10,000 hours, which is such a huge feat. And anyone that knows Opa, if he believed in cause, he was all in, which was bringing a unique mix of firmness and kindness to every lesson he taught. Opa was also involved with the RSL, which is where we all stand today. He found both purpose and community. His time spent volunteering here gave him friendships and connections that he cherished, and he was always eager to help in any way that he could. We are all deeply grateful for the RSL, for their kindness and friendship to my Opa and providing him with a sense of community that he valued highly. As proud as he was of his service and his work, Opa's greatest joy was his family. He was a husband to my Oma Gerda and a loving father to Mira, Rick and Jackie. He welcomed my dad, Doug, into the family, and Opa was also a wonderful grandfather to me and my brother Gavin and his long-term partner Laura, and his two other grandchildren, Simone and Zachary. And he was lucky enough to live such a wonderful life that he became a great Opa to my 6 children, and with my partner Mark and his great-grandchildren. This might take a little while to list all 6, so just bear with me. Peyton, Billy, Hugh, Zadie, Brody, Harlan. He brought endless laughter, encouragement and pride to all of us, particularly to his great-grandchildren, with many stories and big belly laughs. No matter how loud or stubborn he could be, he was equally as tender and caring, and making each of us feel truly loved and seen. And on behalf of our family, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to everybody here today for being a part of Opa's journey and for honouring his life with us. Your presence truly means so much. A special thank you to my mum, Mira, and my Uncle Rick and Auntie Jackie for their love and care and support for Opa over the years, and to my dad and brother Gavin for being there and for their constant support. I'd also like to thank my partner Mark for being a true pillar of strength during this time. I couldn't have done this without you. And I know that Opa loved you because he didn't even tell you how to drive, and that's really saying something. So it must be serious. A big thank you to everyone in this room. It truly shows the impact that he had. We thank you for sharing in his life, his laughter, his legacy, and for helping us to remember and celebrate a truly remarkable man. And lastly, a big thank you, and the biggest thank you of them all, to my dear, determined Opa. You gave us all so much to remember and so much to be grateful for. We'll miss your crazy, elaborate stories, your laughter, and even your advice on how we should be doing things. Thank you for everything. We know you'll be watching down on us with such pride and admiration. Thank you, everyone.